This is a two-part video. Hi, I am the creator of Hard Basis. This well-investigated ultimate guide to road rage presentation is not a 300 per minute word-speaking monologue, nor a 1.7 second frame rate change video for the ADHD, YouTube, TikTok 30-second shorts video addicts. It is a learning opportunity. Thanks for your time, and let's get to the story. What to do if a hostile road rager gets out of his car and approaches our vehicle? Let's talk about it. Road rage is getting bad across the earth. This is not just a United States thing. I've been seeing this happen in other countries. It's ever increasing and it's getting worse. If we're keeping it real, I'm finding it harder and harder to be patient out on the road. But I just know the importance of being patient and being self-controlled. But if someone gets out of their car and approaches yours, this happens all the time. Right here on YouTube, you could binge watch road rage incidents. Speaking of YouTube, let everyone know in the comments what you Homo sapiens and off-world aliens think, and subscribe, like, share. Getting a foothold on YouTube is impossible without your direct participation. Now back to the story, kids. Let's start off with the most important thing. If we don't want to deal with a hostile road rager approaching our vehicle, we've got to be willing to not be antagonistic on the road. Don't think you can be big and bad while you're going 45 miles an hour down the road, because you may eventually have to stop. And we've got to do everything we can to prevent an altercation from happening once we stop, because you can't cry and complain about somebody coming up to your car if you were antagonistic going down the road. I'm making this video for the person who was not an antagonist. I'm making this video for the person who just happened to stumble into the wrong person, and maybe they made a mistake on the road and now somebody's after you. Road rage altercations are especially dangerous because you're now mixed up with somebody you don't know anything about. And this person is bold enough to have gotten out of their vehicle and come to yours. And that's a problem. It's a special kind of high-strung person who's willing to get out of their vehicle and come to yours and have a physical altercation. So you're already dealing with a huge problem. You don't know about their backstory. You don't know about the weapons that they're carrying. So you just don't want to be in that situation. You want to avoid it. You want to think of every possible out in that situation. Let's talk about some essential safety measures you should always keep in mind. First off, if you can drive away, do it. Do it as fast as you can. Get out of there, find a way out, drive away from that situation. And if you drive away and they get in their car and start coming after you, default back to what we talked about in my last video. Get on the phone with the authorities, but don't go to your house and don't pull over again. If you can get to a police station, go there. I know a lot of people told me in the comments that's what they would do. Oftentimes that's a deterrent, that's all it is. But if you can get away from there, get away. If you can't get away and they are still approaching your vehicle, there's a lot of things that's got to happen at this point, but do not leave your window open and allow them the ability to reach into your vehicle. Also, do not verbally engage them. I saw one video on the internet where the situation worked out when both guys got out of the car. That's so rare. I saw a video where by the end of the conversation, the two guys were like hugging each other, you know? There are these rare scenarios where people get out and talk it out like a man. But you don't want to take that chance. A lot of times, verbally engaging somebody is just going to escalate the situation. Next thing you know, you're in a fight out in the street. Yes, they may try to bust out your window, and at that point you've got to be willing to take serious actions, and I hope you're not riding around out on the road without a way to defend yourself from your vehicle. It's possible that they will walk away if you ignore them, but we've all seen video footage of people who will literally bust out the window of your car to get to you. At that point, you have no other option but to defend yourself. I've seen more than one video where the driver had to use lethal force in self-defense. I've seen it on more than one occasion. Back when the riots were going on years ago, a guy had to use lethal force against somebody approaching his car with a gun. I saw another encounter where somebody was trying to climb in the window and the driver pulled out a gun and dealt with them. They did what they had to do because you don't know if that person climbing in your window is getting ready to pull a knife. You may have your family in the car. If you don't have a firearm, you need to have something of deterrent value with you, whether it's a blade, whether it's pepper spray, or whether it's a stun gun. Personal responsibility is crucial. It's essential to understand that your safety and the safety of your loved ones depend on the choices you make. Be prepared, stay vigilant, and always have a plan. Remember, your actions can make all the difference in critical situations. I'm glad we have the police, and I'm glad we can call them in a lot of situations, but there are going to be countless scenarios where they cannot get to you. And if your mindset is, well, the police will take care of me, you're putting yourself in a bad position to be a victim. I look at it like this. I'm responsible for myself. I'm responsible for my family. When and if necessary, I will involve the police, but if there's no time to get the police involved, you've got to take your stand, and that is reality. What I don't want is for you to be a sitting duck and afraid and unable to answer the problem. Stay safe. It's time to start thinking about what you're going to carry with you on the road. You may think, I don't need anything. I just don't agree with that. I think we live in a world of crazy people that will impose their will upon you, even if you're out doing what's right. You can't control how people act in this world. You can only control how you respond to it. I would like to share with you an article I just read. It has some fantastic insight. Q Part 2. Handling the growing problem of road rage is essential, with incidents of aggression on the roads rising. According to a Forbes report, 41% of drivers witnessed an act of road rage in the last 12 months. With 32% reporting being on the receiving end of a road rage incident themselves. Knowing how to handle road rage is crucial for your safety and peace of mind, as America's drivers become more impatient and prone to dealing with their problems using aggression. In this guide, we provide 8 actionable safety tips to keep your family safe if confronted by someone who's had a bad day. Key takeaways. Road rage is an aggressive roadway behavior that endangers people and property. Examples of common behaviors include tailgating, excessive honking, yelling or gesturing, and physical violence. The best way to handle another driver's anger is to stay calm, avoid getting out of your car, and extract yourself from the situation, such as by letting the other driver pass, changing your route, or driving to a police station. If someone gets out of their car to confront you, stay in your car, lock your doors and windows, and call the police. You have the right to sue if you suffer losses due to the actions of another driver, such as injury or damage to your car. These incidents can increase your insurance rates if your actions result in an accident or injury to another driver. With aggravating factors, it can also lead to criminal consequences, escalating to a full-blown felony. What is road rage? Road rage is defined as aggressively driving a vehicle in a way that could endanger drivers, passengers, cyclists, pedestrians, and property, according to a definition provided by the Illinois State Police. Examples of aggressive behaviors include tailgating, honking your horn repeatedly, throwing things at other cars, yelling at other drivers, or committing a moving violation in anger. Believe it or not, it is a criminal offense. If you commit a violation with aggravating factors, it could even be a felony offense resulting in jail time. According to Octotelematics, 78% of drivers reported committing at least one aggressive driving behavior in the past year. What we can conclude is that people are becoming more impatient on the roads. In a frightening twist, Everytown Research used the Gun Violence Archives database to find that road rage shootings have increased nationwide every year since 2018. Handling road rage incidents means keeping a calm head and adopting a defensive driving posture, regardless of what the other driver is doing. Never engage with an angry driver and avoid rising to the bait. In some scenarios, you may even have to call the police or drive right to a police station. Let's run through 7 tips on how to handle road rage incidents and avoid escalating in a way that will keep you safe. First, always stay calm and avoid eye contact with aggressive drivers. Second, never retaliate or respond to aggression with aggression. Third, try to create space between you and the aggressive driver. Fourth, if you feel threatened, drive to a public place or directly to a police station. Fifth, report aggressive drivers to the authorities when safe to do so. Sixth, use your horn sparingly and only to alert others of immediate danger. Seventh, practice patience and understanding. Remember that everyone makes mistakes. And finally, always drive defensively and be aware of your surroundings. By following these tips, you can help ensure your safety and the safety of others on the road. Let the other driver pass. Always let an aggressive driver pass you. Trying to win or prove a point by holding firm is not worth it. Many people argue that they have a right to their space on the road and they're right. The problem is others don't necessarily respect this right. If someone is driving aggressively, allow them to pass at a safe distance at the earliest opportunity. Never compromise your own safety or risk committing a moving violation to let them through. Don't get out of the car. Getting out of the car is the easiest way to escalate a situation into violence. According to the Zebra, 6.2% of drivers witness drivers get out of their cars and involve themselves in a physical altercation. There are 2 reasons never to get out of your car, even if a driver has blown their stack and is banging on your hood. Physical altercations can still result in you being charged with a criminal offense, even if the other driver started it. Leaving the safety of your car doesn't entitle you to use the self-defense argument because you weren't forced to get out and have a fight. You are at serious risk of injury and death. The other driver could have a weapon, whether a knife or a gun, plus other drivers might not expect you to be there, thus leading to a car accident. Lock your doors and windows no matter what the other driver says or does. Practice deep breathing and mindfulness techniques to stay calm. If another driver is already outside of their vehicle, don't be afraid to call the police and ask them to attend. Get it on camera. Protect yourself from a legal standpoint by capturing the incident on camera. Invest in a dash cam and keep it running so that you've got indisputable proof that you were the victim. Should the situation escalate and the authorities get involved, you'll need to show that you were the victim. Otherwise, it's your word against someone else's. Moreover, if you're injured, dashcam footage could prove critical in claiming compensation. If you don't have a dashcam, use your phone to snap some photos or take a video. Try to capture the incident and their vehicle on camera, including their license plate number, so that the authorities can catch up to them later. Be assertive and drive defensively. Get into the habit of being assertive on the road and exude confidence in your actions. Don't respond to aggressive driving habits with more aggression, or you risk escalating the situation. Try to ignore the other driver and maintain your speed and position on the road. Avoid making erratic and unpredictable movements. For example, continue to use your turn signals to tell the other driver what you're about to do. The rules of the road apply to you whether you're the victim or not. Additionally, driving assertively means you're showing that you're in control of the situation and you're not about to be bullied. Most roadside tragedies occur because both parties played their part in making the situation worse. It's tough, but try to stay focused, even when you feel threatened when facing road rage. If you are being followed, do not go home. Never go home if an aggressive driver begins to follow your vehicle. Going home without alerting the authorities puts your family at risk, even if the other driver sees where you live and then turns away. There's no telling whether they'll choose to come back later. It's every driver's worst nightmare, but try not to panic if you're being followed. Start by confirming that you're being followed by taking a few turns and seeing what an aggressive driver does. If you're sure that you're being followed, it's time to reset your GPS and head to the nearest police station. Heading to a police station will usually spook the other driver enough to give up following you. Even if they turn back, it's wise to lodge a report with local law enforcement anyway. De-escalation techniques are crucial for managing road rage situations. First, remember to stay calm and avoid eye contact with the aggressive driver. Eye contact can often be perceived as a challenge. Take deep breaths and focus on your own driving. If possible, create a safe distance between your vehicle and the aggressive driver. Use your indicators and make your movements predictable to signal your intentions clearly. If the situation escalates, do not hesitate to call the authorities and report the incident. Providing them with details such as the location, vehicle description, and license plate number can be very helpful. Lastly, always prioritize your safety and the safety of your passengers over engaging with an aggressive driver. It's better to be safe and let the authorities handle the situation. Use your voice and actions wisely. Keep control of your voice and actions, because making the wrong move can unnecessarily escalate a situation, such as making eye contact or flipping the bird. Although it's vital never to engage in confrontation, it's also unwise to pretend that nothing is happening. For example, giving a short honk can warn other motorists that something is happening. Likewise, consider your hand gestures. Signaling an apology can often snuff out a confrontational situation and allow everyone to carry on. There's a reason why law enforcement learn de-escalation techniques as part of their training. If you live in an area with large numbers of road rage incidents, or you want to do more to keep yourself safe, consider taking a class in de-escalation techniques. Trust your instincts. Listen to your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Your instincts are a powerful tool and alert you to impending danger. For example, if you think that another driver is looking for a fight, consider taking a detour from your usual route to get out of the situation. Removing yourself from the vicinity can diffuse threats and ensure you never encounter that driver again. It's not about backing down or losing face in a public setting. It takes two to tango in most situations, and if you simply listen to your instincts and keep a calm head, you can avoid 90% of potentially harmful situations. Contact the police. It's not your job to deal with aggressive drivers on the road. Call the police if the other driver gets out of the car or you feel like you're in impending danger. It's their job to deal with drivers who are endangering others. And remember, you're allowed to use your phone to make a call if it's an emergency situation. It's the only time you won't be ticketed for a moving violation. Of course, you ideally want to still pull off to the shoulder of the road because it's safer. But if you're in danger from an enraged driver, you're entitled to call law enforcement even while driving. Confrontation. What to do if someone gets out of their car? Another driver who gets out of their car to confront someone always has bad intentions in their mind. Never leave your vehicle to meet them because, well, your vehicle is your best form of protection. Here's what to do if someone gets out of their car to confront you. Step 1. Lock your doors and roll up your windows to avoid engaging. It's nearly impossible to break a modern car window without a weapon of some kind. Don't leave your windows open even a crack. Step 2. Get your bearings and assess escape routes if the situation escalates. For example, do you have enough space to gun it if the light turns green, or are you stuck in heavy traffic? You're perfectly entitled to do what's necessary to escape a life-threatening situation. Step 3. Activate your car alarm and honk your horn to alert those around you to what's going on. Attempt to draw as much attention to the situation as possible. Step 4. Use your forward and rear dash cams to record the situation. You can also use your phone to shoot everything that's going on. This type of evidence can be used to help the police press charges later, or even file a personal injury lawsuit if they damage your vehicle. Step 5. Call the police at the earliest possible opportunity. Road rage is a crime, and it's always worth following through on a report because it keeps the roads safer for everybody. Step 6. Extract yourself from the situation as quickly as possible. Don't immediately drive home. Take a long detour to ensure they aren't following you. If they follow you, drive straight to a well-lit public area and/or a police station. Some people might want to address the situation head-on by exiting their vehicle, but doing so puts you at risk of injury and legal complications. Your vehicle is your best form of defense if a driver has lost their mind. Legal rights? What legal rights do you have against a road rage driver? Legally, you have the right to sue, but only if you can prove losses. Like any car accident, you must prove that you sustained losses as a direct result of the incident. Simply experiencing an angry driver isn't enough to provide you with compensation. However, if your car is damaged or you suffer injuries, you may have the right to file a personal injury claim. For example, let's say driver A gets rear-ended by a road rage driver. They're uninjured, but their car sustained minor damage. In this scenario, you'd likely claim on your insurance for a few $100s to repair your car. However, if driver B is rear-ended and the road rage driver drags them out of the car and hurts them, they may be able to claim for medical bills, emotional pain and suffering, days off work, future lost wages, property damage. How much driver B would be entitled to would depend on their monetary losses. In this case, driver B would hire an Austin personal injury lawyer to assess their claim and put a dollar value on their losses, too. Causes and effects. Road rage incidents can be triggered by a variety of factors. Stress, traffic congestion, and personal issues can all contribute to a driver's aggressive behavior. The effects can be severe, ranging from minor property damage to serious injuries or even fatalities. Understanding the causes and effects of road rage is crucial in preventing these dangerous situations and ensuring safer roads for everyone. What is the number one cause of road rage? Other drivers are the primary cause of road rage. An inability to let things go and a desire to escalate and lose control are always why enraged drivers spark road rage incidents. However, regarding irritating behaviors that initiate road rage, an AA poll found that 26% of people said tailgating was the most irritating driving behavior. Other behaviors drivers reported as being irritating in the same poll included talking on a cell phone, hogging the middle lane, swooping across several lanes to hit a motorway exit, overtaking on the inside and driving too slowly. What all these behaviors have in common is they're all driving offenses. If you partake in any of these behaviors, you're liable to get ticketed. How does road rage affect your insurance? Road rage incidents don't directly impact your insurance premiums unless you're involved in an accident. Simply flipping someone the bird from your car window won't result in you paying more in auto insurance overnight. However, if you're the cause of an accident, auto insurers could consider you a high-risk driver. Every driver must meet the Texas auto insurance minimum requirements to be road legal. And if you've got a history of excessive road rage resulting in damages, insurers may require you to pay higher premiums. It's also vital to mention that many auto insurance policies specifically exclude damage caused by road rage. No insurer wants to be responsible for intentional aggressive behavior that puts someone at risk, meaning you could even end up paying for an incident out of your own pocket. In conclusion, understanding the causes and consequences of road rage can help you become a more mindful and responsible driver. By avoiding aggressive behaviors and staying calm behind the wheel, you can contribute to a safer driving environment for everyone. Remember, patience and courtesy go a long way in preventing road rage incidents. So, there you have it. The ultimate guide from two viewpoints. I hope you learned something today. Now, set down your phone and go outside and live a screen-free day.